That's on the state.
Is it on?
Come together right now over me. Come together right now over me.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know. If anybody can put on paper what our government, what they are actually trying to do, you know, and what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane.
Does it look good? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hello, welcome to What I'm Thinking About, episode 31. This is the episode that takes place during isolation. It is pretty crazy in the world right now, a lot is going on. I'm quite happy that lockdown has ended and we are now allowed to go outside to film again. Obviously though, you know, you got to keep safe, that is the main part of this. There are still restrictions, and so, you know, there are still difficulties, and, you know, seeing people is a difficulty too, but that doesn't mean we can't not do stuff, and this episode is trying to really focus on that. First, AC. So you have a cinematographer, so that's essentially, you are doing cinematography now, but because I've set it up, you would be my first. No, don't do that. Please do not do that.
I can't see the world around me now. I can't feel nothing but the breeze. With you for a while. And it's darkness all around me now. I can't see nothing but the trees. I'm with you for a while.
I'm just going to go back to that. And what you can do is, you can come around here, but just try not to be in that camera frame. Just do whatever and just have it on me. Okay, I'm just going to start recording you. Welcome to the final part of the episode. And we are now at the end of August. And it's weird to think that isolation is kind of coming to its close now, being lockdown is completely over now. and everyone's trying to go back to a new way of life in this strange new world for now. I will be going back to university now, which is very exciting. I'm looking forward to being back in a house with mates, just so there are people to talk to quite regularly, and you don't have that worry of social distancing with them because they're going to be living there too, which is kind of nice. I'm looking forward to making more films again as well. On the 6th to the 8th of September I'm going to be filming a film, and it was the film that we were meant to be making back in April for our second year project, and we're doing it as a hobby, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. I think it's going to be really interesting, and I should be uploading that onto here. I've got a documentary I filmed last year as well that I need to upload onto here. I'm hoping to release my album towards Christmas, depending how it goes. Obviously I have to pay my producer to help make the album, and that's a difficulty because he's not cheap, but he's the reason it sounds so good and professional, and I'm very thankful for Max helping out with this album and giving discounts for me, because I said I wanted him to do the album and not just one song. Also, you've got to pay some of the people featuring on it. The first track has a very cool feature when it comes out. But during this period of time from March till now, I've been probably the most creative I've ever been. I've been crazily working on Thomas the Tank Engine videos on that channel. I've been creative with my music, and I've tried to be I haven't focused on this series too much whilst in lockdown compared to most things. I usually make this a priority, and I've kind of left this on the sideline this time, and I think that's just been really interesting. My music has really opened up my creativity and my writing, and I've always enjoyed making songs, and I was always fearful about making songs, but after the success of my first song, Abort, it was just a dream come true. The fact that that is now at 10,000 streams is insane. Like, I can't believe that I have a song that's done that. Lately I've felt a lot happier, and I think it's allowed my creativity to just flow out and do everything, going from Thomas to sound work, editing, and my music. My music is just, it's been a dream come true that my music could do that well and people would enjoy it. At the end of all this, what I've learnt during an isolation is friends are important, and they are what keep you going. They're the people who are around you, they make you laugh, but sometimes you do just need some days on your own and try and do the things you want to do, because if your friends aren't trying to make the same stuff that you're making, you won't make that stuff. I wouldn't, if I'd been home now and lockdown hadn't have happened, I would have been out most days, and I wouldn't had much time to just focus on my music and start messing around and making an album. The fact that I can say now an album is in the works and it's going to be coming out, and it's over a third done, is crazy. But I do look forward to finally being back together with people and having a social life and enjoying myself, because that's realistically all that matters, is friends. They're the people there for you. I think because the drug has closed my mind off, it's only focused on this moment.
I haven't got a clue where I'm at.
Exactly. You're only focused on the moment. It enhances the moment, of seeing, rather than when you've...
I think we're just talking shit.
No, I don't think we are. I honestly don't think we are.
Colour or gas?
I don't have a tactical toilet right during this, lad, no reason.
it was fun.
This year for university, once again I have moved into a new house. This year I'm living with some really great people who I've known for the majority of my time on my course. This is my house. First off, we have Felix, who is one of the most polite people you will ever meet. Felix is a wholesome man who helps and cares for his friends. Felix and I have a great relationship when it comes to composing music, and the two of us will regularly sit in my room listening to records, talking about albums and playing the piano. Felix is a talented editor, but also an incredible musician. But don't tell him I told you that. Then we have Auke, who is Dutch. Auke is a very calm and passionate person, and always seems to know where he's at and what he needs to do each day, which I can't lie, I envy about. He's extremely talented with photos, and I've watched whilst living with him the amazing pictures he can take. Auke is a man with wonderful visions and ideas, and I look forward to seeing him develop this. Illyri is the only female in our house, but that doesn't change how we respect her from others. Without Illyri, I'm sure Morgan and I would probably be dead after the adventures we've had in the past 2 years. And Illyri always looks out for us as a collective, and we're all very thankful for that. She can easily make us all smile, and we all feel at ease with her. And finally, we have Morgan, the man who has stuck by my side since day one of being in Cheltenham. Morgan and I pretty much do everything together, and it only makes our relationship stronger. The amount of things we have done over the past 2 years have made memories that will stick for life, and the two of us may argue regularly and be annoyed with each other from time to time. Both he and I know that nothing could break a friendship like this. And these are just some of the people I respect so greatly, and I'm thankful that I can live with a great, relaxed and happy group during this pandemic. They have managed to make it feel less depressing than I thought it was going to be. And I'm extremely happy for that.
It's a really nice lens you got there, by the way.
Thanks, Auke.
Stop.
Think about pints, mates, and love.
Don't, you'll kill him. Don't give him any donuts. Don't give him anything. Please.
I can't do this anymore.
What an audience tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we all in
Is there a way you can turn your chair? Look.
He doesn't want to look at you.
No. So no.
Go that way.
No. So he's looking at us.
Oh, so he's looking at us.
So and can you still see his face?
Yeah, you get a nice profile.
Can you
shot
still
there.
see him?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Today we are in the crack then.
In the crack den, talking about coronavirus and what we think about it.
Now, I know this is a topic that hasn't been spoken about a lot recently. Yeah, it's really sort of underground more.
How long do we think this will last? That is the big question. Like in your head, you think this could be over tomorrow. Like you could.
No,
But
for a good
but
2 years, and we'll feel the aftershock for it for a while.
Okay, yeah, but you could wake up and there could just be a case of, like a vaccine found tomorrow.
I mean,
it's not ideal.
So, like all the stuff I'm seeing online is that like they think at the very earliest it's gonna be like November, December time. It's gonna be like approved, and they're gonna like rush it out to like vulnerable people and like NHS people and stuff.
Yeah.
It
I mean, be the young people.
That's the best case.
Yeah, that's the best case. That's the best case scenario. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like it might become like with some pandemics where it becomes like it just becomes so widespread and so like watered down. It just becomes like the flu or the cold for us.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like that might be the way rather than like everyone gets vaccinated by like a magic vaccine that turns up in like a day.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's
definitely.
what I'm kind of like thinking towards, but who knows?
So a mate of mine from home brought up a point where he said even if it like did fully end, he reckons stuff like masks on public
Yeah,
transport
yeah,
will
yeah.
stay
Because
forever.
people who don't want this to happen again.
There'll be a
so-
fear of the next big thing, and it'll be
that's the
you'll have
thing.
to wear masks in public transport.
I don't think it'll be like
the best.
Yeah,
to be honest,
I don't
public
disagree.
transport is just like so fucking dirty and shit. Like, no.
If you're gonna have to wear those like that, that's fine, because then at least you know you are trying to like sort it from not happening again. And to be honest, the mask, it's not the masks that's a pain. It's the not seeing people, you know, not being able to do things properly anymore.
Yeah.
Not being able to go to a pub normally and just like when you see someone you know, go up to them and be like, "Hello."
That's the thing.
And the masks would never affect that.
Yeah.
It would just be like, wear a mask and then you can go over to the other table of your friends.
Yeah. The social aspect.
Yes, that's the thing that really got to me during like the early days of lockdown, was like the social aspect and thinking like, because I was reading like loads of doomer shit on Twitter and everything, and just thinking like, oh, I'm never gonna see my friends again and everything, and it was not good for the mental health. It was pretty bad.
See, I'm pretty introvert, so I was loving it. I was just like in my own little happy bubble, floating along on the sofa.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it's gonna be a year
Yeah.
in March now, and like Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Amsterdam's
pretty much
nearly
this
a
time- this
year
time
ago,
last
like
year,
this time
yeah.
last year, and that's mental to me. And it, like this time last year, there was no fear yet still, but yet we're so close to.
It wasn't a real thing. It wasn't something that like
No.
you thought
It's
would
kind of
happen.
weird.
Well, it could have
Because all
been,
this
just
shit-
not known.
People
All
were
this
talking
shit,
about
all
it
this
for
shit was
years.
going down in like China, like January, December,
Yeah.
and like no one paid any mind to it. It was like when everyone was like sealed into their like apartments in Wuhan, like everyone was like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Yeah.
Shame about that, and then it went on merrily until like Italy got hit, and then shit really hit the fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting time.
What do you think about the coronavirus?
Get that out of my face now.
What do you think? Anyway. Jesus fucking
died next door.
When do you think the coronavirus is going to end? Can you see an end? What do you think of the coronavirus?
I don't really think about it, to be honest.
Can you see an end?
No, and I don't really care for one either. I'm doing great with it.
Do you feel lockdown kind of helps you in any way, or did it affect you mentally? Because I found it helped, and I really enjoyed lockdown. But I'd like to hear other people's opinions.
I guess because like a lot of things I could like do for fun, like go out for drinks or like go to the cinema or whatever, was like taken away from me. And like for the first like 2 months, like I was really in a bad mental state, because this is like the first time anything like this has ever happened to me, and like that I know about. And then it was just weird trying to adapt, and also because of all like the stress of like we had to continue with like uni work and everything, it was a bit much. But I think as like it came into like June like time, I kind of like settled into it, and then that was kind of like when things were starting to ease up anyway, so I kind of got used to it as it was like coming to its end, I guess.
Yeah, I worked so much through it, like every morning, 5 a.m. pretty much, and I was exhausted, but I got a normal sleep pattern in the end, and because I couldn't see anyone, there was nothing else to do for me, and like because they were morning shifts, I did my morning shifts, had my lectures, and then went to bed at like 6 p.m. But I found after working and doing stuff midday, I was really creative.
Yeah.
And I wasn't feeling tired, and I was really enjoying it because I was doing everything. I was making money, I was being creative, and it was good fun. But the moment like pubs reopened, I was like, oh, to be fair, it's good to be back to this.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd get affected by the next one again. I think I'd just go, oh, we're doing this again.
Yeah.
You, yours was here.
Yeah, I was in Sherman for most of it. Pros and cons.
You're on your own.
Well, no, I was with Pat. I was with Pat. It was pretty fun, but we definitely went like totally stir crazy. Like we started talking differently. We just started communicating through like fucking groans and mumbles at one point.
A whole new language.
Yeah. It was like my bed frame was like in the door for like 3 weeks, and it became like our jungle zoo that we were climbing over.
Yeah. Well, that bed was so shit. The little football kids bed. I can't believe that came with
Fall
this house.
over like every 2 days.
Theo's mattress.
Yeah.
It's
the background.
comfier than the old bed.
It is. When you're like stuck in that bubble, I guess it's very easy to sort of lose sense of time and
Oh
reality.
yeah, days were just like melting into one another.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. It felt really quick for me in the end.
It was like being stuck in limbo,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I'm being completely honest, it doesn't feel like much has progressed since like March. Cause like I'll still like walk through town and I'll see like advertisements for like events and movies that were out in like February.
Yeah,
I just feel like I'm trapped
yeah.
in time.
Well, I also feel like, yeah, you're like trapped in time, but then at the same time you're going, hang on, I'm in third year now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what? This shouldn't be happening. Got a beer. Got a beer. That was a.
Only the co-op's finest.
Thank you very much for watching. I've been James Horsley.
I've been Theo Levy.
I've been Luke Patterson.
Thanks for watching.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
For this episode, we've used quite a few different cameras, and that was a lot of fun. I used my usual Sony a6000, which is a camera I've used for years, but we had a new lens for that, which we experimented with. It was quite hard to focus with the lens because it was a vintage lens, and the Sony a6000 really isn't designed for that kind of lens. But it was still fun to do shots of like scenery. It was hard to focus on me, for example, doing these kind of bits, because Luke found that difficult for his first time as a focus puller because he'd never done it before. However, I purchased the DJI Osmo Pocket, which is a camera I have wanted for years. I nearly bought it when I went to America last year. In the airport, I saw it and I was like, oh, I've got to get that. But since I've been making quite a fair bit of money whilst working during lockdown, I treated myself to the camera. We saw it in a shop and I decided to get it. It has been a lot of fun. Luke over here, if you come into the frame, he has been using this camera a lot. As you can see, it's tracking on me. What do you think of the DJI Osmo Pocket?
Hang on. Fantastic stuff. Oh
That's
shit,
not
I
one
fucked
you-
up. Oh wait. Fantastic stuff. And then turn it around and there's the camera. There's the camera. Yeah. Yeah, really good, really smooth.
Because you've had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
You've just been playing with it for ages. I think the clever thing is that you can connect your phone to it.
I think that's one of the best parts of it. Yeah, it helps it focus easier as well.
I feel if you were going to buy this camera, do not just get it with the camera. Like, you need a decent phone.
Is it a free app?
It's a free app. Yeah, the
Yeah.
DJI app is free.
It's worth getting.
But if you've got like quite an old iPhone, like, I think it wouldn't run very well. But we're using the iPhone 11 Pro now, and that makes this look very, very cool.
Very crisp. Shoots in 4K.
Chris shoots in 4K. You can do pictures and stuff, and you've got the options of like tracking people. It just makes it easier because the screen is so small on the actual DJI.
Worth the investment if you're looking for something small, easy to take with you.
It was about £300, which isn't cheap, but realistically, what it is a GoPro but better, isn't it?
Yeah. And they do make their own version of the GoPro, their own
Yeah,
take on
they-
it, which is also really good considering the price.
But yeah, that's that, and we had a lot of fun doing that, and we've been filming stuff here, we've been filming stuff in the mountains, and we've just been messing around with it like 24/7. And it's just great. It's called the Osmo Pocket for a reason. You can just carry it in your pocket in the case, and it's great.
Fantastical.
Right, I'll see you in a minute.
What about?
I hope you enjoyed this episode. I've been James Horsley, and goodbye.